Alright, this is Pray Love, and I'm gonna do a video about a fragrance that I don't like that much. It's called Sohan by Penhaligons. And do I hate Penhaligons? No, it's a great Amman bouquet, fantastic. But anyway, and their rose fragrances are awesome most of the time. So I'm gonna put some on, and I wanted to apologize because it's been a while since I was wanting to do a video on Sohan and Interlude Man, which I'm gonna do maybe another day, because I was in the quest for finding a good oud fragrance that I would really love and that I would maybe buy someday, and that choice came out to be either Oud for Greatness or Ursa, and mostly Ursa from Tiziana Terenzi. But I mentioned that I tried a lot, and some of them I thought were actually pretty, like, not my style. And this is one of them. Penhaligon's Sohan. Now, like I said, I remember like exactly why I thought that at the first place. Oh, it's good, but the rose is like completely overdone, I think. The oud is like kind of clean, which is okay, I guess. It sells more for oud to be very clean. I don't know, something in that just makes me think like it's weird because it's an oud fragrance, but it's very generic. There is so many fragrances like that that are like Oriental, but like consumer, uh, like easy to pull off kind of, and like Oud for Greatness is one of them, but it's completely like off charts. It's not the same thing at all. They really go for that more sexy something's going on. This one is like more, it's easy to pull off, but it's kind of boring. It's not for the passionate, vigorous hero. You know, it's more the side character. But also, it kind of is in that vein of oud fragrances that convey social status. What I mean by that is that people that wear Oriental fragrances to seem more intellectual, more like it's a hype for the mind. You know, it's elevating the mind, and I just really hate that whole philosophy altogether. It's something like that. I don't really like that, and like I've heard like Jeremy Fragrance saying, "Oh, this is super unique. You're gonna stand out if you wear that." I don't think so. It really depends on the kind of crowd that you're gonna be with, but with like business class people, all the people that will wear Oriental fragrances, like you know, Patchouli Ardent from like all the Absolu Doria from Guerlain, or Penhaligon Sohan or Interlude Man, they're all gonna say like they're all gonna smell a bit like that. Whereas if you go for Oud for Greatness or Ursa by Tiziana Terenzi, you're gonna go for something that's more youthful and more like it's different. It's different from like that normal Oriental DNA kind of, and it smells like more high quality than this, even because this is like this Sohan, it's overdone, you know. I've smelled fragrances that smell like that all over and over again. I've had samples of all kinds of fragrances made by like super big brands, and oh, this is Oriental and Oriental oud and Oriental this and Oriental that, and Versace even did like a fragrance that smelled a bit like oud and rose, and it's like it's been done and it's not standing out anymore. Depends on like, it stands out if you're in a club next to people wearing Versace Eros, and but like even that, like you lose the fight against someone who's like wearing Code Profumo, which is very horrible if you consider the price gap between both fragrances, because this is not very appealing, but it's kind of boring. Whereas like Oud for Greatness and Ursa, they're challenging. There's Oud and like body other kind of vibe, but you're really standing out. This one, you're having that Oud thing, but you're not standing out at all. You're like smelling like, maybe like someone will say, oh yes, I've got like an uncle who's like business and he wears that kind of fragrances. You don't want to smell like a rich businessman, do you? And even if you're a rich businessman, you probably want to smell more unique to stand out than other rich businessmen. Anyway, this was it. Everything I said is an opinion. Make your own. If you love Sohan, don't send me hate. Just love Sohan and just spread love and spray love.